Clocker's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo!
Wow, I am excited for some volatility today. Jordan said we will get big move. So I am pumped for a massive pump and dump today. It is going to be exciting no matter which way. I will sell everything if we dump and buy everything if we pump. It is going to be great.
2 hours later.
Okay, I am back from eating hay. Wait, what the? We didn't move anywhere. What the hell? Stocks are mooning. What the? This is ridiculous. I am done with crypto. It will never move. Ever. Ever. Screw this. Shit is so annoying. I will buy penny stocks. I will buy penny stocks. Okay, how do I open Robinhood? They have penny stocks on there.
All right, guys, what's going on? What's going on? That was the most anticlimactic. That like for Bitcoin, the stock markets were going down, up like crazy spaceships. And then Bitcoin, the most anticlimactic thing I have ever seen in my life. We will never move. You guys are funny, man. You gotta make me laugh today. Man, we are permanently stuck at 26K. We will never move again. At this point, dude, we've had everything. We've had everything to get a move, up or down. Like, it doesn't even matter. We've had Binance FUD, Coinbase FUD. We've had bad news to try to push us down. And the market just says, nope, we're not going to go down. And then we have a bullish CPI, would normally pump us up at any other time. And nope, we're just going to stay at the same price. And then today, we have Powell talking, saying bullish, bearish things, whatever you think he was bullish or bearish. I don't freaking know. Who cares? And stock markets are going, and Bitcoin just staying in one damn spot. You can't make this stuff up, man. Like at this point, I don't even know what it would take to move this market, like up or down. I don't even know. It is absolutely insane. But I guess we got some altcoins moving, and that's about it. I was expecting to come on and have a little bit to talk about today, but here we go. The after party turns into the crab after party. Penny stocks will move the market. Yeah, man, penny stocks. We'll throw some penny stocks in this bitch. Camirand, what's up, bro? Let's see. Camirand was my old Xbox. When I had an Xbox back in the day as a kid, my screen name was, or what was it called? No, gamer tag it was called back in the day. Gamer tag was called Cam Man. that was my gamer tag back in the day on Xbox, which is pretty cool. I also had what was my other ones? I had some really like sketchy ones too, like me thinking I was good at Call of Duty. It was like J Cam the Slayer, me slaying everyone on the Call of Duty battlefield. You guys know how it is. No one told BTC there's an FOMC meeting. Facts. So I'm hopping on in bewilderment. And here we go. I mean, Bitcoin got a little move down to 25.7, and it got a little move up to 26K. So I mean, I guess you can call it a $200 range in the whole move. I mean, we're talking about a 1% little range in there, which is pretty cool. And we're right in the middle of it. So that's about it, right? I guess a lot of the stuff remains the same. I mean, it's crazy after we get CPI and FOMC, and we end up just in the same spot as we were on Monday. It is absolutely insane at this point. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I guess the good thing is we didn't dump, but also the bad thing is we didn't pump. So we're just kind of in this boring lull period, I guess, where it's gonna continue, I guess. Even though the rest of the world and the rest of the market is in this raging bull market, and Bitcoin's just kind of sitting there. So yeah, we're above 25.9. We're still in this, I guess we're still above the support level, and we're kind of just gonna roll with the punches, man. I mean, it is what it is. I guess we're just gonna hold the support for now. And yeah, I'm just in bewilderment right now, guys. I just don't know what it would take to get a move up at this point. Like I'm trying to process through my head about like what news could come out that would just pump Bitcoin up to the moon right now. I don't know. Or seriously, like what news would come out to push Bitcoin to the downside either? I don't know. I have no freaking clue. I heard the FOMC people met today. Nice, Wayne. Nice, dude. What happened to XRP? No good news from the emails? It was basically what everyone expected from the emails. So it was good news, but it wasn't anything like groundbreaking where people were like, oh my God, we're getting this like groundbreaking stuff from these XRP emails. It was basically what everyone thought already, right? It was a few good things in the emails. Just a few bad things too. But besides that, there really wasn't anything in those XRP emails, man. So I mean, we're here, Bitcoin sitting above these supports like we've been talking about for quite a bit, and I guess that's just going to continue to be the game until we get some type of catalyst to move us one way or the other. So that's about what we got. Bitcoin's still sitting in the bull market support band, right at the bottom of it, right on top of the weekly support, and I guess we're kind of just going to crawl in here at this point. That's kind of what you got. So yeah. Yeah. Incog, what's up, bro? Every time I hear about the aliens that get taller and taller, the aliens that they saw over there, man. I told you this. If I was a cop and someone called me and said, Jordan, where are the aliens, bro? All right, like, Jordan, we found aliens. We need you to come get the aliens. I would say, hell no, I ain't going to get those aliens. Call the firefighters. That's what we said the other day. Like, I know I'm a police officer. I know I'm supposed to help you, but I do not want to mess with no 9-foot aliens. You can call a different department. Call the FBI, CIA. I don't get paid enough to deal with no 9-foot aliens. That's what I would personally say. But along with that. All right. So yeah, that's what we got for Bitcoin. We're still trying to decide. We're still trying to decide if this is gonna still be the Wyckoff in here. There's really no reason to think it won't be. There's just no reason to, in one of those things, we're just kind of waiting for that narrative to push us either below this white box where we can kind of write this off, or we're waiting for some catalyst that pushes the price up to higher levels. Right now, I mean, I think most of us at this point would take either one of those at this point, just for some action. But doesn't look like we're going to be getting that today. Made a whole $9. Nice, Lazarus. Lazarus made $9. Let's go,
Strap
bro.
up. We're going to the moon.
Crab, 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 crab. You'll get the crabs here. You won't get the shrimp. So if you want some crabs, this is your place to be. But we're not going to be cooking any shrimps, any lobsters, any tuna fish. This is just the crab stream, all right? So welcome to the crab stream, man. But Lazarus made a whole
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
$7 today. That's what I'm talking about, man. You probably made $7 more than most people did today, man. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. Dude, it wasn't even the point where like there was any even volatility. People even got liquidated on these moves. You guys know usually these news events, people are like, you're getting big spikes up and down, and traders are getting messed up in both directions. You didn't even get that today. Like the longs and the shorts are still alive. They're like, bro, did I just right? The longs and the shorts right now, they just got through this and they're both just confused, right? Maybe some of them went to a restaurant, got something to eat. They came home, they're expecting to be liquidated or to make money. They came back and they went,
Wait, what the hell? My short is still alive.
oh my God, my short is still alive. How did that happen? This is ridiculous. I was expected to get liquidated, but I'm still alive. It's basically like you didn't even get enough things to take out the longs and the shorts. They're both still alive right now, and they're both trying to pray if they're still going in the direction that they wanted it to go in the first place. So that's basically what you got. But yeah, I mean, right now, like I said, I guess the thing you can take away from this is the fact that Bitcoin so far, I mean, we'll kind of see how the rest of the night goes. Sometimes the market can kind of take a little while to process this. But as of right now, we are still holding support. So once again, as long as we continue to hold this white box, it's still good. The issue is when we start breaking this white box, we got some issues. So still waiting to see which one happens in here. Dan, good afternoon, buddy. Good afternoon. As far as the stock markets, we're going to have to start changing into a stock market channel here. Stocks, crazy volatility today. You had basically some stocks were up like 3% to start the day. Then they were down 3%. Now a lot of them are flat. So you had crazy volatility in some of these. S&P futures look like they're just barely red, but you're pretty much flat on the day. And it's kind of how it is across the board as far as the markets goes. NASDAQ's actually up. Despite sort of the bearish tone of Powell, which I didn't think was that bearish, to be honest. I know everyone's freaking out about the part where they're going to be doing potentially 2 more rate hikes, but you guys got to understand at every single one of these meetings, they're always saying that they're going to do more rate hikes. You know what I mean? And they literally were saying going into this that, guys, this is just a skip of a rate hike. This is not the end. So everyone's like kind of like, oh my God, they're going to do 2 more rate hikes. But that's what they've been saying the whole damn time. You know what I mean? So I don't really think that's a big deal. And the market doesn't seem, at least now, at least at the current moment, to think that's that big of a deal either. As, like I said, you get the NASDAQ up, S&P is flat. Dollar was, let me zoom in on the dollar here. So dollar's still getting a move up. So the dollar's getting a move up after the meeting. We'll see if we get any more juice on the dollar. You got a big spike up, spike back down, but not really too much else going on there. But you did initially get a dump, and now it's retracing. So we'll see what happens with the dollar in there. Overall, I mean, as we sort of came out of it, it was kind of a nothing burger for pretty much everything across the damn board. So that's about what we got. Now, is that a reason to be like, okay, we're not going anywhere now. Well, no, I still think Bitcoin's an interesting spot here where we know there's some stuff going on with BNB potentially, right? And you got Binance starting to kind of break down in here. The issue that we kind of have, and we sort of talked about this for Bitcoin yesterday, is basically BNB trying to hold, right, this 220 level right here, and the kind of the similarities that it has with FTX. Now, it's very different, right? Binance has been around for a while. FTX was run by freaking Sam Bitchman-Free with big man titties, right? CZ, he has small man titties, okay? So it's not really the same thing. But BNB, and so basically BNB's trying to be held up by basically selling Bitcoin off and then buying BNB with it. And that's kind of like, it's not necessarily sustainable. At one point, one of them's got to give. So we'll kind of see what happens with that. But that's kind of the bearish tone of the market at the moment. The bullish thing, like we said, is we're still above support. So like I said, it's just at this point, it's just getting annoying. It is. And but we got to deal with it. That's the market that we got, right? So we just got to deal with it at this point. Only 10 more months till the halving. That is true. Only 10 more months to the halving. But we got, yeah. So you got some altcoins that are come up. I'm not gonna get like over exuberant on some altcoins coming up. They dumped. They're gonna get retraces back up. What happens now? That's the question, right? It's gonna depend on what Bitcoin does ultimately here. But yeah, you got some nice bounces. BNB is actually getting a little bit of a dump here. Yeah, the Chainlink come up a little bit today. But basically, you kind of zoom out the Chainlink here. Here's where it gets interesting, right? And here's where we talked about, okay, will some of these dumps on the altcoins end up being swing failure patterns where they get back into the range and it's looking really, really good for them, right? And then basically you got your Wyckoff accumulation structures on altcoins. Here's the test, right? Because we have, let's get rid of this. We basically have Chainlink basically at these lows, right? These basically June 2022 lows, right? This December lows right there. We obviously know we just broke those, but it looks like we're trying to get back in. So here's kind of that interesting period here where if Chainlink can get back into the range, all of a sudden it's not looking so bad. But we got to say, like, we got to wait for we actually get into the range, because just because you're getting a move up doesn't mean it's going to continue up. It can just be a massive dump. It's not going to go down a straight line. Now you're just getting a retrace back up a little bit, right? For this to be a bearish rejection just to continue down lower, right? So that's kind of what we're waiting for in there. Once again, I want to see a little bit more strength with the altcoins. It's cool to see a little green, but is a 1% move up that big of a deal when they just dumped 30%? I don't know. Let's see. Bear kicked in the balls. Where is the bear kicked in the balls? Where's the bear? Oh, we don't have the bear kicked in the balls anymore. Well, we'll do the warning shots fired. Why not?
Warning shots fired.
You can do it, Sergi. Pump it up, Sergi. My question is who's buying these altcoins right now? You know, that's my question. Like, Bitcoin barely moving. Like, where is this altcoin volatility coming from? You know what I mean? Because you got some of them up big, you got some of them down big. And then you got Bitcoin just not moving like a slug. My question is, where the hell is this altcoin volatility coming from? Is it just the same people sloshing money from one altcoin to the other? I think that's what it is right now. I don't think there's any new money coming into crypto. I think it's just basically an altcoin pumps. Smart traders are selling that one off, buying the one that's the lowest. That one pumps. They're selling that one, moving it to the other one. I think that's basically what's going on with these altcoins right now. Because you notice, like, you got like Chainlink's up, you got Uniswap's getting a nice little move up, but then you basically got an XRP that's down big today, ApeCoin that's down big today, ADA that's down today, right? So it seems just like people are sloshing, just sloshing money from altcoin to altcoin, while Bitcoin just sits there. That seems how it kind of is at the moment. So that's why it's like, for me, it's hard to get excited over, okay, you know, you got Chainlink up 3% today. Cool. Okay. But I need to see a little bit more before I am sold on the little bit of a pump, you know? And I think we can all agree on that point. I think it's too early to be like, oh my God, yes, let's go. We're going to the moon. Especially when you look at like total market cap, right? Cryptodonomist said the market is dead. I would agree as far as, I wouldn't say crypto is dead, but I would definitely say the market is dead. I would definitely say that. But no, if you go to like total, let's go to total. I guess we can go. I wish I had total market cap minus. Let's do this. Let's test this out. Let's do total minus USDT minus USDC. So you can see right here, right? Even though you got some altcoins moving up today, look at basically all the money that's in crypto minus stablecoins moving down today, right? So you basically, like, you notice you have altcoins that are up today, but then you go to total market cap, you're actually down money, which means it's just it's just the same people flooded money in from altcoin to altcoin, right? There's no new money coming in at the current moment, so that's basically what we got. I mean, whenever you want to see, okay, is my shit moving up because new peeps are coming in? Just literally type in total minus USDT minus USDC. You just go, it's just in a downtrend, right? So this is basically what we've done the last few days, right? Not really moving anywhere. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But it looks like Bitcoin's coming to test an important level here, guys. So we might have a little bit of action today.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
The moon might be to the downside. Can we get a little action today? Give us a little bit of a spring. Even if it's a dump. Sometimes the dump can be the spring. Shit. Let's get it. John's sleeping. I almost fell asleep today too. Dude, I almost fell asleep today. No, I didn't. I didn't almost fall asleep today. I did. I got a nice little BNB short in today. Then I tried a long Sol. I got stopped out on that one. And now I'm back in a BNB short. So that's basically what we got going on at the moment. Darth Vader's coming to town. Dude, bring him. At this point, just bring him. Shit. Bring Darth Vader. And kind of the one thing I'm looking for at the market right now is, like, the one reason I'm kind of skeptical about the market too right now was basically this pattern here. So I know we have the falling wedge. So for once, you know, I guess the way I'm looking at this is, okay, you're on macro support. Yes, you do got a bullish pattern, right? So bullish falling wedge breaks up to the upside 69% of the time on top of previous support. But the sort of issue is in here, at least for the short term, is you had basically this low that you basically came back up into, and then you dumped right back below, try to get back above again, and then you got rejected at it again, right? So you're showing some weakness in here, right? You basically, you can't even get back above this low right here, right? And you're kind of showing some weakness. So the question is, and kind of what I've been saying the last few days is, I don't know. I feel like at the very, very least, we got to take out these lows, right? We got to take out these 25-4 lows. Even if it's just a quick sweep, right? We want to sweep these lows. Boom. We take out all the longs that have longs open here and here. Boom, we take out those longs and we come back up to the upside. Or option number two, we actually are bearish and there's something else going behind the scenes, and we just break those lows and go lower. But at the very least, I think we need to take out these lows, in my personal opinion. And the price action kind of screams that too. I mean, we basically this time, this time basically we came down to support, we got a massive pump back up. This time we came back to support, and it seems like Bitcoin's just kind of rolling over. It looks kind of heavy though. It looks kind of heavy. It's just kind of rolling over. It's just rolling over like a seashell on the seashore. Sally sells seashells on the seashore. Sally sells seashells on the seashore. Sally sells seashells on the seashore. Ether classic on the seashore. But no, it seems like it's kind of rolling over to me. But I don't know. Seems heavy. Seems kind of heavy. The bounce here was kind of lackluster. And that's kind of where I'm at. So we shall see. We shall see. And as always, if I want to be the sacrificial lamb, and if I want to be the sacrificial lamb, you're like, Jordan might be a little short-term bearish here. And then we pump, I will gladly be the sacrificial lamb. Okay? I will gladly be that guy. If that's what it needs. All right? But that's where we're at. Sally sells mangoes on the freeway. Sally sells seashores on the seashore. What we got? John said, dude, I'm going to roll over and go back to sleep. Let me come with you, John. Let me come with you, man. It would totally not be weird if I hopped in the bed with you and we slept together. Oh, man. All right. Besides that, I guess man, this just... Let me look at some of this stuff. All right. I still got stock markets the same. So stock markets are still the damn same. DXY still the same. Yeah. So what we got today, fellas? You guys are funny, Ben. Lighten up, fellas. Lighten the frick up. Say said, you see me rolling down? That reminds me of the song. You see me rolling. They hatin'. Let's see. Dale was always right. 69K top. It's over. Dale was actually not right, to be fair. Dale was not right. Okay? Dale... I always like to say this. Everyone's right sometimes and everyone's wrong sometimes. People only remember what was like the last call. So basically, if you were right on the last call, everyone thinks you're a genius. If you were wrong on your last call, everyone thinks you're an idiot. It's basically how crypto works. It's not like this in any other market. It's just crypto because people have the memory of a freaking penguin. But we go over here. Dale, okay? Dale, okay? Was bearish this whole move up right here. All right? So, where's my guy Dale? I miss Dale, by the way. Where is Dale Broussard? Okay? Because I remember Dale. I remember everything, man. Dale was bearish on this whole move up. So was Dale right? Yes, but no. That's always my thing. It's like, okay, it basically, I don't know, really any move, right? Can you say you were 100% correct if basically we do a 300% move to the upside and you're calling down on the whole way up and then you finally get a move down? Were you actually right? Not really. XRP keeps knocking on generational resistance. Come on, man. Yeah, XRP. XRP is going to need news to get through there, man. It's going to need this. To me, XRP ain't breaking through that resistance unless it gets what we all... Basically, I don't think XRP is going to break that resistance unless it gets the settlement. Like, it's not going to break that resistance. It's had so many chances based off rumor. Every time there's a rumor, XRP comes up and tests this resistance. And this is someone, dude, I want XRP to pump through the resistance, man. I want XRP to pump through resistance. But every time there's a rumor, right, it just gets insta-sold off as soon as that comes out, right at the resistance. Boom. So to me, it's like XRP at this point probably needs that settlement to break through that resistance at this point. Because it's had every chance to get over 50, what is it, 55 cents to do it. It just can't do it. It just can't do it at this point. But doesn't mean it never will, It definitely could at some point. John said XRP is going to pump sideways. Probably. I mean, that's what it's been doing for what, 5 years now? Since 2018, it's been pumping sideways. It's going to pump straight to the right. Literally straight to the damn right. Let's see. Let's see. Dale's been killing it. I'm sure he has. He's probably doing something good. Centralized banker coin. Hey, man, what do we know about crypto, okay? What do we know about crypto? Okay, I mean, I hope this changes at some point, but what I know about crypto is it ain't about the fundamentals. It's about the pumpamentals, all right? So if XRP does break that resistance, there's going to be a lot of pumpamentals on XRP, you know? That's the one thing I do know about crypto is the coins that pump the most, it's usually not because of their fundamentals, usually. Not always. There's times that it is, but not always. A lot of it just has to do with like, okay, it has a good community or has a big backing behind it. Someone popular runs it. It's a good meme, right? Those are the things that kind of pump the cryptoverse. At least at the moment. I hope that changes. Maybe in 4 years. I was hoping this cycle that was going to be the case, but clearly that's not the case because we still got, we still got Pepe and shit going to the moon. I was hoping this cycle was going to be the fundamental cycle, right? This was going to be the fundamental cycle. All the fundamental coins were going to go to the moon, but that's not the case just yet. It's not the case just yet. Shout out to Interactive. He said, I'm allergic to crabs. We're all allergic to crabs at this point, man, but it's okay. We can be allergic to damn crabs. And shout out to Franco, too. Appreciate the super chats, guys. They coming in and hanging out and supporting the channel while you're here. Appreciate you guys. But, yeah, that's about what we got. I mean, it's... Let me go look at other stuff we haven't looked at in a while. So, you know, I guess some of the stuff we used to talk about was basically how we had this part right here. And we've kind of deviated from this, right? And this is where it gets kind of interesting in here. We've kind of deviated from this a little bit. And that's where it's kind of getting a little bit different than we've done in the past, right? So we know we were kind of following this fractal for a while, right? Up until about we had that basically it was following this fractal all the way till we had the Binance FUD. And then as soon as we had the Binance FUD, we started to do something a little bit different in here. We actually started to come a little bit lower and started to, instead of going up, right? And even if you thought we were right here, we kind of ended up starting to do something different right when we had that Binance FUD, is when something seemed to be kind of changing in the market in there. Now, it doesn't mean we still can't play out something like this, as we still are above that weekly support levels. And we know we just did get the massive FUD in the market, right? Which typically causes the lows, right? We know FTX caused the low here. We know banking caused the low here. And we know that so far, at least, the Binance FUD caused the low here. So that's kind of what we got is like, we're still typically where we are at this point in the cycle, so nothing's really changed. It's just the basically the lack of liquidity. I just have not seen the lack of liquidity in this market like this honestly, I've never seen anything like this. I have never ever seen it. Even when we were at the lows and the FTX after the FTX crash, there was more volume going on in crypto than there is now. It is insane. I have never seen anything like this before. And it's interesting. Does that mean there's something else going on behind the scenes that we started to deviate in here? Or are we overreacting and, we're still sitting above support? It's just the boredom that's kind of like getting to you, right? Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin's not going anywhere, right? At the end of the day. And maybe it's just the boredom talking and us trying to find some narrative to try to push the price one way or the other. It's like, please push it one way or the other. Maybe we just have to wait, right? So that's kind of where we're at on the Bitcoin chart, is just kind of sitting in there. And altcoin charts, which we've talked about a few times with the altcoin charts, is we're at that point where they got to decide if they're on Wyckoff accumulation or they are going significantly lower. Like we talked about with Chainlink in here. Just an example with Chainlink is this is the typical Wyckoff accumulation structure, right? Right in here like this, where you get the 3 hits to the downside. You get 1 hit, 1 hit. You get 2 hits, 2 hits. And then you get the spring phase. As this dumped below those 2 previous lows. This dumped below those 2 previous lows. Now, this is where we got a kind of decision point, right? And where we need to get some volume coming into this market is we need to see us be able to get back above these two lows, which you can see right now we are sitting right below those previous lows. That's kind of the question we got right now. But the issue that we're seeing is just no liquidity in the market besides the same money flushing around. So the question is, and the question we have to ask ourselves, if we want to be logical and not like just complete moon boys, is what is the narrative? Okay, what's the narrative for new money, not money that's already in the market? What's the narrative for new money to be coming in and buying the altcoins? All right, that's my question to you guys. What's the narrative for new money to come in and buy the altcoins when they can just go into the stock market and you got these stocks down 90%, which are a little bit safer buys, right? And right now we're offering better returns. That's my question for you guys. There's always, usually when you have these, it's usually doom and gloom at this point, right? This spring phase is usually doom and gloom. There's nothing positive. And I think right now, when you really look at the space, there ain't anything positive in the space. Can you name anything positive right now? One thing. No, there is nothing positive. It seems like everything is shitty. And that's, to be fair, that's usually what happens at this phase right here. But my question is, what would cause the spring phase in here, right? What would cause the spring phase? Is it just green candles and people getting hyped up? Could be. We've seen that with Bitcoin before. There was no narrative for Bitcoin to pump from the FTX lows. We were just oversold, right? Now the question is, what's going to be the narrative for altcoins to get that move up? If they're going to get the move up, right? Oh, BTC's dumping? All right, there we go. There we go. Maybe we don't have to talk about this. Maybe there is no narrative. All right, there we go. Finally, let's go. Oh, hold on. We got some technical issues. Technical issues. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, 25.6. Looks like we may be getting that move right on time, man. I'm like, I don't feel like anything's going to cause us to get a move. Right on time. Here we go. 25,600. Let's see if Bitcoin can crack these lows. Like we did say, I do think Bitcoin's at least going to take out these lows. Right? I think we're at least going to take out these lows to get that liquidity at the very least. The question will be in here, right? Here's going to be the big question. The big question we have right now is if Bitcoin comes and takes out these lows, is it just going to be a swing fail to come back up? Or do we have something else going on behind the scenes that's going to cause Bitcoin to go lower? Let's see what we got in here. But we did say that we're going to take out these lows. So here we go, 25,400. Let's see what happens in here, guys. We are testing that low. Let's go. We finally got some movement. Let's go. It's not necessarily the movement that we want, but hey, the BNB short's probably paying off right now. Let's see what BNB's doing. BNB. Oh, come on, BNB. You got it. CZ is holding this up like a freaking rock. CZ, I know you're running out of those coins, man. All right, here we go. 25,463. Let's see what we got. All right, we just tapped that low again. Are we going to take out the low? Let's go. Clint said, finally, let's go, man. I needed some volatility for my saneness, man. Like, honestly, today, guys, I was losing. I was like, dude, are we serious? Is Bitcoin really going to move in a 1% range all day? This is absolutely insane. Well, we got some action in here. Here we go. 25,468. The way I'm looking at this right now, okay, if we're still above this wedge trend line, right? So this wedge trend line, if we were to bounce off of it, it would be like 25,000. It would basically be where we bounced before, 25,300 in here. 25,300. So the question is, are we just going to bounce off this again, right? Or are we going to actually break this 25.2 level? We'll find out. I wouldn't be opposed to either, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see. Knowing Bitcoin, at this moment, it'll just going to bounce and it'll come here. But I still think that we take out these lows. It just makes sense. It just makes some sense. It don't make dollars. It makes sense. Let's see. We got that. Do we have enough juice? Why are we dumping? Let's see. Your stocks dumping? No. Okay. Stocks are actually going up. See, this is where you know that there's a little bit. This is what I've been talking about the last few days, man. You got the NASDAQ still continuing up. You got the NASDAQ still continuing up. Yeah. Like, look at it, dude. Look at NVIDIA. This shit's up to 429, bro. That's insane. And then you got Bitcoin just shit in the bed. Right? I don't know. I don't know, man. Does that mean something's going on behind the scenes? Why are stocks holding or continuing up and Bitcoin just keeps shit in the bed? You know, it makes you think. It makes you think. Who is selling the corns with the buy pressure in the markets, right? Makes you think. Well, we got 25,533. Absolutely insane, man. Look at NVIDIA, bro. Up 5% today after it already is way overbought, man. Insane. Tesla actually Tesla was down about 3% today. It actually closed about down only 0.7, so that's good. Microsoft was up 1% today. Yeah, the stock market actually didn't close that bad. Palantir down 0.5, not bad, considering where it was before. Google's flat. So yeah, actually, the stock market held up pretty good today. But let's see if is Bitcoin just going to bounce right from the previous low. Let's see. Let's see, my friends. Let's see. USA selling, maybe it could be. It could be, man. I've been telling you guys this for a while, that the decorrelation between stocks and crypto right now is something I've never seen in my life, and that's why I've been a little bit. It was really yesterday. It wasn't really yesterday. It was 2 days ago, but it was really yesterday when stocks continued up off CPI and Bitcoin just sat there, where I was like, dude, something's going on, man. Like this is not natural. This is not how we usually do things around here. Let's see. Should we zoom in a little bit? Nah, let's keep on the 1 hour. 1 hour is better. If we do break this, which, you know, obviously, let's see first, right? It's still support at the end of the day, so don't be crying to me, all right, if it holds. But if that does break, I would say this level is. I see people talk about this level, and I kind of agree. Is this 24? It's like 24.5 level, which is basically like your daily close highs from August. It's really like this low 24K level would be the level I look at if it does break through there. Once again, that's if. That's if. But yeah. Let's see. The F is going on. It's been like this for a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been like this for a little bit. BNB is actually holding up pretty well, which is weird. But yeah, everything else is kind of coming down a little bit. Bitcoin holding though so far, holding that 25.4 level so far. So nothing crazy.
Everybody panic, we're going to zero.
Let's see. John said we're at support. I'm selling.
Everybody panic, we're going to zero.
CH's birthday today? Oh, is it? CH! I gotta play. Do I dare play the pump song for CH? Actually, let's play. No, we'll play for CH.
Rant alert.
We're gonna play this for CH. Let's play. We need to play. CH, what song do you want, bro? CH, let me know. What song you want? Don't pick a copyrighted song. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Billy said, what do you think Powell said no interest cuts for years?
What you think Powell said no interest cuts for years?
Yeah. He's been saying that. I mean, he says basically the same thing every time, right? It's just that we always go into it thinking he's going to say something different, and then he just says, okay, we got to get inflation back down at 2%, right? We got to he said a couple interesting things today too. When he said, I shouldn't have called this rate cut a skip. But he said that, I was like, okay. Because my favorite question was when someone asked him, so why is this, like, why are you calling, why are you not raising 20, if you're going to raise again, why are you not just raising at this meeting? And he's like, well, I shouldn't have called this one a skip, and I think when he said that, he's like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. Because let's be honest, if you're gonna raise, you would have just done it again at this time. But obviously, he has to say whatever he wants about the market, right? Let's see. More like rip songs? I think you want this, man. Oh!
Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger. And yo, the mirror don't lie.
CH don't lie, baby.
And yo, the mirror don't lie.
Let's get this dope.
Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger. And yo, the mirror don't
Happy
lie.
birthday, CH.
If you want the truth, don't close your eyes. We got our back against the wall, we gotta fight back. I need a theme song, this the right track. I ain't got no cape or no superpowers, just confidence and self-esteem, the world is ours. I believed in me when nobody did. This ain't no freestyle, just some facts that's written.
Go!
Come on, let's hear
Come
it
on,
for the
CH.
boy. He
Come on,
brings pain
Quinn.
at the same time, joy.
Come on, Hannah.
Weed through the crowd, so untouchable.
world is ours.
At first they hate, then they loving you. It's a crazy cycle, but
Come
I'm
on,
going
suckers.
through it. I wish I was lying, that's why I show and prove
Red
it.
candles don't lie.
I'm destined to be one of the best to do it. I ain't saying I'm the GOAT, but I'm closer to it. I should get a
Here,
statue
man.
in the front
You share my
yard.
screen,
Man, I'm shooting up my stats like a shooting guard. Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm
get the
getting
thumbs
stronger.
going, baby.
And yo, the mirror don't lie. And yo, the mirror don't lie. Look at me, take a picture, it'll last.
Let's see. Psycho said, I told you so, 9K. I told you so. I told you so. Listen, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you, man. Listen, yesterday, as soon as I saw that BNB was selling off Bitcoin to to hold up BNB, I was like, all right, this is... And then the fact that Bitcoin didn't go up yesterday with stock markets because CPI was pumping, I was like, all right, this is getting a little shady in here. This is getting a little shady. But at the end of the day, right, we'll see what Bitcoin does in here. We're still above the support, so that is good. I think it's another one of those days, though, where kind of look at, man, now you got the S&P that's up on the day. You basically got the S&P futures that had a green day to stay, despite how bearish Powell was. S&P futures are going to end up closing the day green most likely here. NASDAQ futures are going to end up closing the day literally at the high. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the NASDAQ, man. Literally going to close the day at the high. And here you got Bitcoin dumping, right? And I said this yesterday. Listen, I don't like being a bear, okay? You guys know me. I hate being a bear. But at the end of the day, when you got that divergence something going on, it tells you that something's going on behind the scenes. It's not like... it's just weird, right? It seems like something's off. And listen, I could eat these words. Maybe Bitcoin pumps 10% tomorrow, and I eat these words. But there's something fishy going on. And it's been happening actually for like a few months now. And we sort of figured out why that was happening, right? We figured out, oh, it was because the SEC was about to come down on all the U.S. exchanges. We kind of figured that out. And then it was like, okay, the SEC comes after all the altcoins. And it was like, shit, we should probably stay away from these altcoins. But now you're not even having Bitcoin getting any strength with the NASDAQ literally closing at the damn highs, man. All right. So there definitely is something interesting going on in the market, man. Let's see. All right, Mike, you got to chill, man. Let's see. Embrace the bear. Listen, I know there's times to be a bear. Trust me. There's times to be a freaking bear. And I don't like being a bear, man. I like being the positive guy who wants to see pumps. But I'm also know when it's time to get out of it. Like, I know what it is, right? So we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens here. But we'll see if Bitcoin holds the lows. 25,520. Like I said, tomorrow, maybe altcoins, they get a massive pump, 20% to the upside, and we go flying off into the moon, right? No, you just got people trolling in the chat, Chris. It's just annoying, man. Like, man. Let's see. Who sings Mirror Don't Lie? I sing Mirror Don't Lie, bro. I saw a bear swimming off the coast of Florida. Bears are our greatest threat. Hey, right now, bears are the best animal in the world. I gotta embrace the bear. It feels weird being a bear. I don't like being a bear. I feel like Savvy. I feel like I'm just about to transform into Savvy. I'm about to transform into a damn bear. Oh, man. Let's see. Now we need 8 for CZ. We'll see. Like I said, Bitcoin could just bounce from support, man. It could. It certainly could. And normally I'd be like, dude, all right? I'm not surprised because normally I'd be like, okay, NASDAQ is pumping. I'd be like, okay, this is good. You get the NASDAQ going up. You get the dollar going down. This is a perfect recipe for Bitcoin to get a bounce. And then boom, this is what we get. There is literally no volume on Bitcoin. Why would anyone buy crypto right now when you can just buy stocks that are down 90% from all-time highs? No one wants the digital beanie babies. All right? No one wants those shits. There's no volume for Bitcoin, none for Ethereum, and there is none, literally none, for anything. All right? So get into your thick skulls. Clint, you want to get a Miller Lite, bro? I can't take this anymore. Let's just go talk about Tesla. Let's go talk about Tesla. Let's drink some Miller Lights. Let's drink some Mike's Hard. And you know what? It's over. It's over. But I said, me and Clint are going to start a stock stream at this point. No, I'm just playing. Listen, man. We're going to have ups. We're going to have downs. At the end of the day, we're going to have ups. We're going to have downs. The good thing about this is if Bitcoin does go lower, once again, I know a lot of people sort of missed buying at some of these prices down here. If we do get a flush down there, okay? If we do get a flush down there, hey, a lot of people didn't get the chance to buy down here. A lot of people will say they did, but a lot of people did not get the chance to buy down here. So if we do, you'll get another chance to buy down here for Bitcoin, all right? For altcoins, well, that's a different story. Just understand that everything I'm talking about is for Bitcoin, not necessarily for altcoins, right? But like if we start seeing some lower prices on Bitcoin, that would be not the worst thing in the world, as we do know that typically at this point, right? We sort of, which is interesting because the other thing is, we've sort of been talking about this too, is usually when Bitcoin gets above the bull market support band, or no, not the bull market support band, when it gets above the 50 moving averages, right? It tends to hold above this before going up to the retracement levels, right? So, right, so we got above the 50, we back tested the 50, we usually come up and test this. Now we're still above the 50 moving averages, but that doesn't mean we still can't come all the way back down to the bottom of the 50 moving averages, right? And sort of the issue that we're having now is we're sort of breaking that bull market support band in here. Once again, we'll wait for the weekly close, kind of like how we did last week, where we broke it and then we ended up holding it at the end of the day. But right now, we are going into that 50, right? And we sort of said, okay, we hold this usually and come up here. We're still in it. We haven't deviated from that. We're just going into it, right? But we broke above it here. We went up to the golden pocket, right? We broke above it here. We went up to the golden pocket, the 0.5 retracement, and then we came back down. So now we enter the big band. The big band. It's a wide band right now. It's very, very wide. Look at how wide the 50 moving averages are. You go from 22K all the way up to 26K. It is a wide-ass band, okay? It's wider than your mom's pussy, all right? Shout out to your mom in the chat, who's actually probably a 40-year-old dude. What we talked about yesterday. Probably a 40-year-old dude who's bald. But in the chat, she's your mom, She's your mama. All right. But yeah, we're coming back into that band. So, but it's a wide band at the moment. You know what I mean? So that's what we got cooking. Still holding though. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. This will be interesting. Let's see. Chainlink was pumping earlier. Yeah, we talked about Chainlink, but we also said with Chainlink, right? Which now it's kind of retraced that entire pump at this point. But yeah, we talked about with Chainlink, right? Look at, I mean, this is a perfect example of what we talked about earlier. Was these lows and these lows, we need to get back above those lows for us to be any type of optimistic. And what did we do today? 2 days in a row, actually. We came up once, rejected. Came up twice, rejected. So we're just kind of flipping those previous support levels into resistance now, which is the last thing you want to see. So that's why, for me, I'm not going to get too excited for altcoins until I start to see them break above at least that December low on all the altcoins. If we get back above this on a daily close, there's a good chance that this was a deviation and we're coming back up to the top. But right now, it's kind of looking a little shady in here if Bitcoin can't catch a little bit of a bounce. Bitcoin catches a bounce, cool. But as of right now, it looks like you're just coming up, test, and just sort of the continuation down, right? And that's kind of what we got cooking on Chainlink. So kind of defeats that whole purpose at the moment. But hey, like we said, if Bitcoin can get a bounce, you'll probably see Chainlink get a bounce. The altcoin's get a bounce. And we sort of put this off for another few days, right? Stop talking about my mama. Stop talking about my mama. It's yo mom in the chat. She's got a wide band. She's got a wide band, wider than Bitcoin's 50 moving average band at the moment. Let's see. Yasin said we're going to 20K. Everyone's going to have a guess, man. You know, everyone's going to have a guess. This is going to be like when Bitcoin's coming down. It's going to be like everyone guessing that Bitcoin's going to 14. Did that happen? Then everyone was guessing Bitcoin was going to go to 8K. Did that happen? Right? Everyone's going to have a guess. Let's just let the price action sort of work itself out, right? Right? I remember when we were coming down to the banking crisis, everyone here was saying we're going back down to 10K, 14K, banking crisis drop, and we actually got a bounce. Let's wait for price action to develop, right? So, I don't know. Bitcoin could come back down to like, I don't know. It could come to right here, for example. It could come right here. And then if it forms some type of W pattern in here, like if this gets a dump and it's like holds and it's like rant, right? You might say, okay, that might be the low. But you'll want to wait for
It's the S-Coin
some nice
founders
little price
selling
action.
Bitcoin to prepare for upcoming defense against the SEC. They hold a lot of Bitcoin.
It's the S-Coin founders selling Bitcoin to prepare for upcoming defense against the SEC. They hold a lot of Bitcoin. Facts. Facts. That is very, very true. Especially Binance. Especially Binance. But you got the other ones like Tron. Justin Sun's got a lot of Bitcoin. You got a lot of peeps with a lot of Bitcoin, man. A lot of peeps with a lot of Bitcoin, man. You know? Mike said I have to be good now. Jordan told me to chill. Nah, Mike, you were just trolling me, man. You're trolling me all day. Oh, Lord. The Weege said the Bitcoin maxis. The Bitcoin maxis. I mean, the Bitcoin maxis, I would say, are still doing better than most peeps at the moment. But even the Bitcoin maxis right now are just kind of like, what the frick, man? The Bitcoin maxis are just pissed at crypto right now. It's because it's like all these altcoins are just ruining the party for Bitcoin. Because now all these altcoin project CEOs have to sell off their Bitcoin to work now against the SEC. So all the Bitcoin maxis are like, what the get the frick out of crypto. Let's just go back to OG where it's only Bitcoin, please. I don't even think the Bitcoin maxis are mad at Bitcoin. They're just mad at the altcoins, man. Right? Let's bring up like Bitcoin maxi guy. Let's say this is Bitcoin maxi guy. These freaking altcoins. Freaking God. This is not Bitcoin's fault for going down. This is the altcoins. All these trash coins that just bought Bitcoin over the years. Now they're securities. They have to sell off all their Bitcoin. Great. Freaking great. Trash coins, man. All these trash coins. Digital beanie babies. They don't do shit. They don't do shit. It's basically what the Bitcoin maxis are saying right now. And to be honest, I don't really blame them, to be honest. It's like, if I was a Bitcoin maxi, which I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, but if I was, I would be like, what the frick, man? We have to go through all this shit because all these exchanges and altcoins have to do all this shit. It's like, dude, can we just go back to the old days where it was just Bitcoin? Oh, Lord. ETH reclaiming its altcoin status. What's ETH doing? Oh, yeah, that's not good for ETH. That's not good for ETH right there. Yeah, it's not good for ETH. Depending on where we close this week. But that's the level you wanted to hold for Ethereum, so that's not good for ETH right there. Yeah, I mean, if ETH closes below the bull market support band, that ain't looking good for Ethereum in there. That ain't looking too good. And at that point, you know, you got this big wick for Ethereum here. That ain't looking too great for ETH. Depending on where we close. I mean, once again, I always like to say wait for the weekly close. Just because, I don't know. There's always the reasons that you can get a little bounce. Like in here, did we think we were going to get a bounce? No, and then we did. So, yeah, but I would say like this level here, I mean, I would even say like where you're at now. Like, it's really this. I don't even know why that line was there. It's this level here. Like right where you're sitting right now. Right there and these highs. Like that's such a big level right there. But the fact that you're breaking that bull market support band ain't good. And you're inside the 50. So like we want to hold inside this 50 in here. Like these 50s are pretty massive. Pretty massive for the 50s in there. BTC is a security. Sell it. Oh man. Let's see. I'm hoping we can, if this is gonna break through here, I hope we can catch it on stream at the very, very least. If it's gonna do it, you know.
Everybody panic, we're going to zero. I'm gonna buy the top and I'm gonna sell the bottom, guys.
Well, guys, this guy was right after all.
You should be investing in stocks, not crypto.
That's Clint right now.
You should be investing in stocks, not crypto.
Facts. 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 All right. Here we go. Here we go. This should be fun. AKA, this should be a lot of fun here. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Here comes Bitcoin. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we wicked right to that level again. Here we go. Here we go, fellas. Why isn't the dump song working, man? Why isn't the dump song working? I guess we should have listened to the BNB FUD yesterday. I think that was the right call, looks like. The BNB FUD was the right call yesterday. There we go. Craziness. Alright, let's see if we can swing fail this. A lot of times you break through this, you swing fail, but if this keeps dumping, that ain't looking too shade. It ain't looking too good, fellas. The BNB FUD was real. Sometimes the FUD is real. CZ ran out of coins, it seems like. Let's see. If this wicks back up, I think you're good for now, but let's see if that wicks back up, man. The CZ ran out of coins. CZ ran out of sushi. And he ran out of crypto. Let's check out. This ain't good. We want to see BNB. Man, he's trying to hold. Let's see, man. BNB, dude, he's holding this shit up hard. This thing ain't even going down, which means he's putting all he's got into holding this shit up. He's putting all he's got into holding this shit up. Because the level that everyone's kind of talking about in here is this 220 mark. Clint, Clint, I'm listening to you, buddy. All right, Clint, I've been listening to you, buddy. All right. Don't say that no one's listening to you, Clint. I've been listening to you, Clint. All right. But yeah, this 220 level in there. All right, so Bitcoin. Let's see if this can come back up and reclaim above this, you might be okay. You might be okay. So let's see. Let's see. For BNB, we want to hold this 220 mark. If that starts giving away, that's where it gets very, very interesting in there. That's where it gets very, very interesting in there, man. It's not looking wiki. It's not looking wiki, man. Oh, the BNB FUD. Oh, Lord. The BNB FUD. How do altcoins doing across? Oh, Lord. Well, back to McDonald's. Oh, man. Here comes XRP. Man, look at that move. All the way up to 57 cents yesterday. Now all the way back to 46. Man, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Let's see. And we talked about yesterday, dude. A lot of these altcoins, they left those big wicks, right? And we know if there's those big wicks, those wicks like to be taken, right? So, like for like OP, for example, they left this big wick on the daily. I mean, for pretty much all the altcoins, they left those big ass wicks. Litecoin making new lows. Damn. Let's see. I don't even have Toncoin on here, bro. So like a lot of these altcoins, you may be coming just back to take these wicks. Like Matic, massive wick here. Probably coming to take that wick. If not, go lower. Doge, already taken that wick. Right? So that's one of the things with the altcoins, man, is we want to see strength before we get into these alts. We want to see some strength. And if these can get a dip, right? And then make some type of higher low and start coming back up, they might be looking okay. You know what I mean? But let's keep an eye on Bitcoin, though. Oh, man. But, dude, the big one to keep an eye on here is BNB. Because if that one starts to go, it can get very interesting real quick. So we're going to keep an eye on BNB in here. Let's go back to BNB. Because if this one starts to go, like we said, like this is the real one. Like Bitcoin's Bitcoin right now. But the big thing is this one here. The BNB short. How's the BNB short doing? Let's check it out. Hey, let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about. 237. 237 on BNB. And it seems like Bitcoin just wants to hold down here. There's probably a lot of people with buy orders right here because you are now right at these daily highs, right? So right at that August high, which is 25,200. You're right at that February high, which is 25,200. You are sitting right on top of those high, fellas. And the biggest annoying thing about it is, once again, you go over to the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ made a fresh new high today. That was the biggest warning sign the last few days. Was still seeing this continue up, and Bitcoin just showing no strength, man. You know? Now the question is this it? Are we just going to sweep these lows and then come back up? If this comes back up into here, that's probably a good long to continue back to the upside. If this gets right back above 25.4, that might be a nice long. You know what I mean? So let's wait it out. 15-minute time frame. You still got 7 minutes on this 15-minute time frame candle. So you got some time. You got some time, fellas. You got some time. You got some freaking time. Everyone panic. We're going to zero.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
Oh! Jordan Short BNBs. You know what this means, guys. Everyone buy BNB so Jordan gets liquidated. I don't know, man. CZ's already trying to get that water out of the boat. He's got the water He's really trying to get that water out of the boat right now. But there might be enough buyers to push Bitcoin back up. Because like I said, there's probably a lot of limit orders at 25.2. A lot of limit orders sitting there at 25.2. A lot of people looking to buy right there. Because that was just a simple back test of these highs. So that might be it. Listen, that was one of the scenarios. If we just take out this low and we get back into the range, that might just be it. That might be it. Which would be awesome. We'll take that all day if that's going to be it. We'll take that all freaking day. Mass that I longed. Good, it's probably already a nice long. If you got in that nice long right there, you probably I'm assuming you probably got in at like 25.2. If you got in lower than that, you killed it. But if you got in the long right here, you're already killing it, man. Brian said, "Do not spend 1 cent on a centralized S coin when you could become a Satoshi millionaire for only $250 right now." A Satoshi millionaire? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. A Satoshi millionaire. I was like, there's no way you're going to be able to buy $250 worth of Bitcoin and become a millionaire. Zero chance. You're saying that you buy a million Satoshis. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Rant alert.
I got to tell my grandma that. Then maybe she'll want to buy Bitcoin. I'll be like, listen, grandma, you got $250, you can become a millionaire. And she'll be like,
Jordan, how do I buy some Bitcoin?
you know what I mean? Oh, Lord. Bounce roughly 24.6, 24.7. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're kind of holding on here. Holding on for dear life. What is it? HODL? You guys know that HODL stands for hold on for dear life? It's weird when you think about it. Hold on for dear life. Because that seems like HODL, it seems like such a positive, what is it, acronym? And then when you say it out loud, HODL for dear life, that sounds like you're just treading water and you're doing horrible, right? Hold on for dear life. Oh, Lord. But when you say HODL, guys, just HODL, man. You sound super positive and you sound like you're killing it. Just don't say hold on for dear life. That's when it starts getting a little shady. All right, so, man, look at Hex. Rest in peace, Richard Hart. Richard, dude, they're going to be coming after Richard Hart, man. Look at this chart, bro. I remember someone in my comment section right here was mad at me because they were like, Jordan, did you see Hex? It was up 20% today. You didn't even talk about it. And this was the day right here where Pulse Chain came out and Hex, or something happened. Something with Pulse Chain. It pumped 50% right here. And then since that point, and I'm happy I didn't talk about it because there would probably be one guy in there who bought some Hex. Holy guacamole. I know nothing really looks good at the moment, to be fair, but dude, I mean, just from May 15th, you're talking about a month ago, this thing's down 92% in a month. Holy guacamole. Let's see. Your mom said never invest in anything named Hex. That's probably a good idea. Rest in piss, Mr. Richard Hart. Rest in piss. Rest in that damn piss. All right. So if let's go look at some other stuff. Let's look at total 3 minus stable coins. Here we are again. This is total 3 minus stable coins, guys, right here. So we talked about, remember when we were up here, we were like, okay, dude, all coins are hanging on for dear life right here at this June low right here, remember? And then remember the next day, basically they broke that level. And then that was like the Saturday we woke up and all coins were down like 30%. Look where we are now. We're now at that December low. We're now at that December low here, sitting right on top of that December low for total 3 minus stable coins right here. So this is another key level for stable coins here. Or, sorry, not for stable coins, for altcoins, right? This was a key level. Rank. Now we're at this level, key level, right? We already broke it once, so we got a little deviation, came back in. Now we're coming back down to test it again. So like this is where, okay, we're going to want Bitcoin to get a deviation back in. If it doesn't, right? Total 3 minus stables, which basically is just altcoin market cap, is basically at the cycle low. It's basically at the lowest that it's ever been since you have to go back to February of 2021, right? So here we are again. And if we break that, you got like the bottom of this channel, which would be, yeah, it's about a 10% drop from there. So we'll see. Right now we're holding it, right? I wouldn't necessarily like, you're at support technically, right? But you definitely are sitting right there at that level. ETH hit the golden retracement. Let me look at ETH. ETH hit the golden retracement. Let me see. So ETH from low to high. Or are we talking about the Pico low? We probably might be talking about this low. Yeah, so ETH did hit the golden pocket from the March low to the high. We did hit the golden pocket for Ethereum, which is interesting. Let me see what we did for Bitcoin. Let me look at the fibs for Bitcoin in here. For Bitcoin, from low to high, we got a little work to do. Was it the 0.5 though? Let me see. 0.5. Yes, that was the 0.5 at 25.3. And what's interesting about that is the last time we had a dip, and I remember this, from this low to the high, we kind of closed right at that 0.5 retracement. And now we're back at that 0.5 retracement, right? Doesn't mean we have to bounce from there. Certainly could just dip lower than here. But you're basically at the same point you were last time you had that banking crisis dip from the previous low. So I think it's all going to depend on if Bitcoin can get a pump back up into here. We get a pump back up above these lows, it's looking good. If we don't, it's looking, I mean, anything below here is a little shady, for sure. You know, BNB's going to the shadow realm. I never want to risk anything to the shadow realm. I am in a BNB short, but at the same time, I never want to see anything get absolutely destroyed. So if it was up to me, let's have Bitcoin bounce from here. All right, let's not have BNB just get absolutely kerplunked. If it was up to me, right? As someone who's in this space every single day, I don't want to see anything happen to Binance, man. You know what I mean? Like, that would just, I don't even want to comprehend what would happen to the space if that happened. I don't even want to know. Okay, so like, I don't want anything to happen with BNB. Don't get me wrong. Now, I'm shorting it because there's a lot of fun on it. It's easy to short it at the moment. But at the same time, if you're in the space, you don't want anything to happen to BNB. You should not be wishing anything to happen to BNB. Okay? If it happens, okay, cool. Be in position to take advantage of it. But at the same time, you don't want it to happen. Like, you don't want that to happen, I'm telling you. Even you bears, like, you don't want that to happen. One, that's bad juju. Number one. Number two, if you're a bear and you're looking to buy Bitcoin low and something happens to Binance, it's probably going to be a long time before anyone's even touching, any big money's touching this space if Binance went down. Let me tell you. It was already that way after FTX. You don't want that to happen, man. Trust me. Like, even if you're a bear, you do not want that to happen. You don't want that to happen, man. You don't. I'm telling you. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Even for the bears. Like, even if you're someone who wants to buy like ridiculously low Bitcoin, like, the problem with that is, like, Binance. Okay, you have Binance and Coinbase, but Binance is like kind of like the face of crypto, man. You know, and if they went under, do you think anyone would ever trust the space again? I don't know. You could even say that when FTX happened, but if that happened to Binance too, oh my lord. 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 Have mercy. Not that it's... You don't want... I'm saying you don't want that to happen. Anyways, looks like Bitcoin's coming down again. 25,134. 25,140. Cryptodonymous said CZ is a manager at McDub's. He might have to be, man. We all might have to be soon, you know what I mean? Like, shit. Brian says, have a lot of ourselves to blame, too. Bad actors repeating the worst of TradeFi. Yeah. And I guess the one thing I agree with Savvy on, right? And one thing that Savvy always says, a lot of the shit, a lot of, you know, just the projects and the exchanges and stuff in this space, I guess need... I agree with him in that standpoint. Is there's a lot of shady shit in this space that sort of needs to get flushed out, right? So that's the one thing I do agree with Savvy on. You know, we actually been saying that for weeks. Is like, dude, there's too many altcoins. There's too many altcoins that do the same thing. Not that that's a bad thing. In the real world, best businesses do the same thing, right? But the difference is businesses in the real world actually offer some value. Where in crypto, okay, you can swap coins and stake, okay. You don't need 20,000 coins to do that. You know what I mean? And then the exchanges, it's like a lot of them are leverage trading exchanges, which is no problem with leverage trading. But you don't think that a lot of those are with the scam wicks and stuff. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, 24,930. For the corn right now. We are hitting the daily lows on the corn. Let's get the dub song. We need a new song for this. We need a new song for this. Guys, I know we're dumping it right now, but smack up that like button. I know a lot of you guys are bears, so you're liking this right now. I honestly, I don't mind this. I was down for lower prices at this point. If we're going to get lower prices, especially with just the weakness in Bitcoin at the moment compared to the stocks, I was not opposed to lower prices on Bitcoin. Sucks. It is what it is. But the signs were kind of popping up, right? Let's get some fast drums. There we go, fellas. Let's see where we go. 25,900 on the corn. Let's see if we got key levels in here. Let's go to the daily. All right, so that was a key level there. Just mark these off. Boom. We already bounced off that level, but that was a key level, right? That daily high from February, 24.8. And then there's this level right here at 24.4. We already bounced off that February high. Let's see what we got. He said game over. Game over. Sounds like a pump song. We need a new song. We need a better song, huh? Let's do it. Let's do this one. Once again, guys, how Bitcoin can flip bullish here is we need to reclaim that previous low. So for any dump, if you can get a big buy order to come in and get you back above this low here, good to go. If anything below there, the boomer song. Gensler's laughing right now. He is. Gensler right now. He's like. Look at the crypto nerds. Who's the security now, bitch? You're a security. You're a security. You're a security. And yeah, you're a security too. Shout out to Gensler. Gary Gensler. The Gensler troll. Shout out to everyone that's in the stream. I know, well, I guess the one thing that we can say about this is thank God we're getting some price action. Like, thank freaking God. Thank the Lord Almighty. Thank the Lord Almighty we're getting some price action in here. Thank the Lord. And the divergence continues, guys. I will continue to say, as long as this continues, right, I'm seeing red candles on Bitcoin. And I'm seeing green candles on the NASDAQ. That tells me that something is going on behind the scenes. I'm going to continue to be saying that. Because this does not happen unless there's something going on behind the scenes. And we said the last time this was going down was right here. This point right here. Where Bitcoin started to come down for a couple days, right? But the difference is it's now been a few months that Bitcoin's been doing this. And at first I was like, okay, this is weird, right? Maybe Bitcoin's just falling behind a little bit, right? Where Bitcoin like started to come down right here, and you got Bitcoin coming down, you got the NASDAQ roaring up, BNB at a crucial support level that desperately trying to hold it. There's proof being shown that Bitcoin's being sold off to basically hold up BNB's price. I don't want to be spreading the FUD, but if the signs are there, the signs are there, right? It is what it is. And this is kind of one of the things we were talking about yesterday on the stream, and then, you know, listen, the one thing is you got to say is you got to know when to be slightly cautious. And yesterday I was like, dude, I'm going to be a little cautious today because something's not adding up here. Something is not adding up. But yeah, that's what we got today. 24,950, man. Let's go. But Carl the Moon said we were pumped. Listen, we all get it wrong sometimes. I don't want to. We all get it wrong sometimes. Listen, sometimes the bears say it's going to dump and it pumps. Sometimes the bulls say it's going to pump and we dump. That's just how it is. I know people, it is whatever. Like I said, it is what it is. Not everyone's always right sometimes, right? So Carl the Moon, if he said we're going to pump, listen, now he might switch to bearish, and now we might pump. So like, it's a good thing at the end of the day. It's a good thing. It's becoming real obvious. The strong waves to the downside. Well, I think the issue is right now is once again, like it's something we kind of been talking about is there's two major issues right now. Binance and Coinbase being under attack for the US. So one, that kind of puts scare into new money coming into crypto, right? So we started talking about this yesterday as well, is like if you're a new investor, right, coming into the market, and you feel a little risky, right? You want a little risk portfolio, right, to try to get like a 10x gain. You look around in the market. You can either invest in a crypto where there's regulatory scrutiny right now, right? Or you can invest in stocks that a lot of them are down 89-90% from the highs and not under any regulatory scrutiny, and also have a company behind them, right? Right now, I just think that the average person's going, why am I going to buy Sushi Swap when I can buy Palantir? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's kind of the way I've been thinking lately. And I think that's going to change at some point, because at some point you get to a price where it's just attractive, for even big money to come in and say, shit, this is undervalued, I'm going to get in. I just don't know with the sort of regulatory shit. After the whole Gensler shit, that sort of changed my whole way of thinking. Before that, it was like, okay, it doesn't seem like anything's going on. After that Gensler shit, it was like, okay, this is getting a little sketchy here, right? But yeah, it's gonna change. At some point, it's gonna change. I just don't know if that time is right now, right? I just don't know if that time is right now. Because I'm just trying to think of some way, and this is not me being. I hate being a bear, man. I really do. It like hurts my soul. Oh. Oh, no. No. I just turned into savvy. Did I just... Oh my God. I am old and crusty and have fur? Shit. I am a bear. Oh my God. Right? I know a lot of you guys probably hate me. I've always said this, like, the day that I kind of start getting a little bearish, you guys are going to hate me. But, like, I'm trying to think right now. What big hedge fund is going to be wanting to buy crypto right now? Right? I don't know. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I eat these words and we just pump 20% tomorrow. I hope. I want that to happen. Please. I'm just trying to think of a logical thing where some company's going to go, you know what? We have $500 million right now. Let's throw this in Matic. You know, I can't comprehend that right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just kind of the way I'm thinking. And maybe it's just me being bored and wanting something to happen. I don't know, but that's about where I'm at. Willis said we're going to 21K. Listen, I'm not going to be calling for levels. I think we could get a bounce here. We could get a bounce anywhere. I don't really like calling for levels way in advance because they usually never end up being right? Like, so on this virtual dump, it was like everyone's calling for 14K. We get a bounce at 15K, right? And then this little drop, everyone's kind of calling for like 18K. We get a bounce at 20K, right? So, like, you never know where you're going to get a bounce, right? So let's just kind of let it play out. Let's see where Bitcoin finds some strength. And then when we see Bitcoin find some strength, we get some type of like swing failure pattern or W pattern or some bullish divergence or something, then we can say, okay, Bitcoin might get a bounce here. But I think trying to call a level in advance, which you can do, I know a lot of people do that, you know, is you're sort of like guessing on where it's going to bounce. Where is it going to bounce? Let's see. Keep the cats inside the house. 21K to 12K. Oh, Lord. I don't want to get... Guys, we should not... It's not that bad. I would not be calling for 10K right now, okay? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Now, you know, don't get me wrong. If something's going on with Binance, it's probably that serious. But like I said, I will believe the Binance stuff when I see it. Now, am I short Binance? Yes, I am. Okay? Just because it was a good short. We basically swung fail the high up here. It was a pretty easy short. But once again, I don't want to see anything happen to them. And second of all, you should not be wishing anything to happen to them. And third of all, like we kind of been saying, it's a rumor, right? Sometimes rumors can be true. But at the same time, it's a rumor of what's going on with them. So I wouldn't at least for now, I wouldn't look at it too much. Now, would I be, if I was a customer, would I be keeping any money on their exchange? No, I would not be doing that. That's for sure. But, you know, once again, let's see. Once again, Bitcoin's here. If Bitcoin gets back above this white line right here, I think we all good. And we bounce them right back up. But we got to get back above this white line right here. Let's swing fail that, baby. Right? One low, two lows. Let's swing fail this shit and get back up into here. We get back up into here, it's like this never happened, and we can go on our merry way, and we can start dancing. All right?
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
You know what I mean? But for now, right? We still got some work to do in there. So far, we got a little tweezer bottom though. Look at that. We got a nice little tweezer bottom. We're about to tweeze our eyebrows in there. We're about to tweeze our little eyebrows. Look at that. We got one little low. We got two little lows. We're about to tweeze those little eyebrows and come back up, maybe. Let's see. You got to love the tweezer bottoms, man. Let's see. Falling wedge says worse is 24,300. falling wedge. I mean, the falling wedge I had was like this. And it looks like we're breaking that to the downside. So unless we can see Bitcoin get a close back above like 25.4 today, it's looking like we broke that wedge to the downside. So, I mean, sometimes that's what it is. I mean, it's 69% chance it breaks up, 31% chance it breaks down, right? So, Shane said liquidity grab. Could be. Could be, man. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope it is. Liquidity grab and we coming back up. Like I said, it makes sense, man. Like, everything on the macro just makes sense for Bitcoin to move up, right? It's not the macro. And that's the most shocking thing about this all right now is, dude, this is the perfect opportunity where Bitcoin usually shines. When you got tech stocks going up like this, when you got the dollar moving down for like a month, over a month, 2 months and a half now, moving down, right? So you got this moving down, you got the NASDAQ moving up. This is typically where Bitcoin shines. This is typically where like you would be the most bullish on Bitcoin. And listen, maybe it's just lagging a little bit, but it's been lagging for a couple months. But I will say this, if, right, it gets back above here and gets back into here, I think that's very bullish for Bitcoin. I would necessarily wouldn't say for altcoins just yet, but for Bitcoin, I think that's pretty bullish though. Give me a little swing fail. If you get a little swing fail, okay, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And then we could just say,
Nothing has changed.
you know. Incog said, support Jordan, hit the like. Thank you, Incog. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Incog. I saw you were the first one in the stream today when I put it up this morning that commented in the stream. You're the homie, man. You were the first one in here who was like, let's go, smack those likes up. I'm here early like a weirdo. Sometimes I do that too. Like there'll be a scheduled stream for like one of the guys that I watch, and I'll put a comment in there. Or like I'll just go wait in there like 30 minutes early, hour early, just because I'm a weirdo too sometimes, right? But we're all weirdos, man. We wouldn't be here if we weren't weirdos. You guys wouldn't be here if you weren't weirdos. We're all weirdos, man. Come on, Bitcoin.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
Come on, baby. Give me a little deviation. I'll close out that BNB short and we can go long. Because I'd rather be long. I like being a bull rather than a bear.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
I want to be a freaking bull. Make me into a bull. Please, get back over this white line. Please do it. Jordan wants to be a bull. Oh, man. It's not weird, it's support. It is support. It is support, man. Clint said decoupling seems to be real. Yes, Clint. Clint always likes to come in and talk about his stocks. I agree, though, man. Like I said, slowly we're going to transition into half crypto, half stocks at this point. Half crypto, half stocks. We're going to start talking about Tesla every day. You know, some of you guys would like that. I know some of you guys are into stocks, but like I would say about 90% of people in here would be like, Jordan, you're talking about stocks?
Bruh. Nope.
What are you, a boomer? What are you, a big boomer talking about stocks? And I'm going to say, you know what? I am a boomer. I am a boomer talking about stocks. Because you know what?
You should be investing in stocks, not crypto.
I don't know why it doesn't say the whole thing. But he says, not crypto. Basically. I think the Bank of Canada guy says basically. Basically. That's crazy, man. I can't believe Nvidia was up 5% today. After it already like went ham to the upside, man. That's the craziest thing today. Psycho Pearl said I long tier. Nice, dude. Nice. That could end up being a good long. That could end up being a sweet long. That was a big level on the daily chart, though. Right here at 24,800. That was a nice good long right there. 24,800 was that basically that February daily high. Coming in right over there. But now's the question. Does Bitcoin got enough strength to get back over 25.3? Does it got enough of that strength in there? That's the big question that we got. BNB holding up pretty good in there, which is good. Uniswap had a big pump up today. Got a little pullback to the 50 EMA. That's cool. You're probably seeing that on most things. Yeah. Seeing that on there. Chainlink got a pull back to the low. But I guess the good thing about this is you still didn't really take those wicks. I was hoping that a lot of these you took the wick. Doge. Hey, Doge, you actually came down and took the wick. AVAX. Didn't really have it. Matic already took it. Actually, a lot of them already kind of... DYDX came back down to the low. Cardano didn't have it. ARB made a new low. Shit. Damn. Arbitra made a new low. It's actually kind of swiped that low. 93 cents on ARB. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. OP came back to the low. Still have that wick, though, on OP. Litecoin made a new low. That's crazy. XRP came back to 47 cents. So yeah, you had a big pullback across the board. Now we just need to see some strength for Bitcoin to come in. You know? We need the big dumper. The big dumper, man. You know what we can do right now, though, guys? I guess we're still actually, no, let's not do it yet. Let's not do it yet. Because we're still above these highs at the end of the day, right? We're still above those highs at the end of the day. ARB is dead. It's not dead. It's just, it's easier for ARB to make new lows because it came out so recently, right? So basically a lot of the money that was in ARB is just basically retail because it basically came out, what, in April? In March. So a lot of the money in here is retail because a lot of big money hasn't really been buying altcoins lately, you know? So like that's why it's easier for this one to just get sent back down to the shadow realm. So you got 93 cents out there in ARB. But yeah, I think the big thing we're going to watch here is if Bitcoin can get back in, and then we're going to watch total 3 minus stablecoins. This will tell us all we need to know about the altcoins. If this starts losing again, because I remember the stream when we were sitting right here. We were like, if this starts losing it, going down to that next support, we're going to be watching this for total 3 right here. Where if this starts losing it, right, I would look at that. I would look at basically this downwards channel support, right? It's a pretty neat downwards channel, right? It's basically this and this. I'd be looking at like kind of that downwards channel support right in there. If that total 3 kind of broke. So we're gonna be keeping an eye on that. Obviously, hoping that Bitcoin gets a move back up. And if it doesn't, I would say that total 3 probably gets a way back down to there. If that is the case. I'm calling CZ. CZ! Goblin Town next stop. Oh, Lord. Goblin Town. Man. Man. Let's go to the 15 minute. Actually, let's go to like the 5 minute on Bitcoin, shall we? Nice little bounce in there on the 5 minute. All right. I like that little bounce in there. I like that little bounce. I like that bounce a lot. Let's get some hype on the cone to see if we can push it back up above the resistance. Come on, pal, show me what you got. Come on, cone. Be reversal in the 5 minute 100K soon. We're going 100K tomorrow. He said play fingers. Oh, Lord. It is kind of a fingers day, huh? Should we play some fingers? It's kind of a fingers kind of day, huh? Let's play some fingers. Even though it looks like we're trying to come back up here a little bit. Trying to. It's trying its best. It's trying its freaking best, guys. It really is trying its best. You know, like I said, it really doesn't matter until we can get back above 25.4. But it's trying its freaking best, right? It definitely doesn't want any fingers down its spine. Fingers down the spine. It definitely doesn't want its fingers down the spine at the moment. That is definitely for sure. But for all the bears out there, because the bears deserve just as much love as the bulls, right? Bears need love too, right? Kind of how they say like fat girls need love too, right? Well, the bears need love too, right? So this is for the bears out there today, all right? You guys deserve fingers down your spine today. Here you go. Total threes, hold it. It's over! The baby, Judge D said, I need a hug. Oops, wrong finger. Don't put your finger down too low. Don't get that finger too low. $32K by the end of the day. Let's go. That would be awesome. Imagine if Adrian just like pumped the 32K today. Come on, Corn, get some upwards movement, man. Clint said the two Muppets in the balcony, Buffett and Munger, are laughing in our faces. Hey, but wasn't it Jimmy? Which one of these like legendary investors said, "Buy when there's blood in the streets"? Right? Isn't that the saying? I feel like, buy when there's blood in the streets. You know what I mean? That is the famous saying. But the one thing I will say about crypto is though, it's not always the best time to buy when there's blood in the streets. You kind of, because a lot of times for a long time there's blood in the streets. But I would say we're for some of these definitely getting back to blood in the streets. We're definitely getting back to there. As some of these are actually hitting new lows. ARB hit a new low today. I think that one might have been the only ones actually that hit a new low. A lot of the ones that pumped today like got absolutely sent back down. Like Tezos was like up like 7% at one point today. Now red. Man, I think some of these. ApeCoin new low today. Like I said, Litecoin a new local low. XRP hit a new local low as far as like since that kind of started that drop. We went through a bunch of those. Blur got pretty close to a new low. Crazy. But hey, it won't matter. As long as Bitcoin can get a little retracement, it ain't gonna matter. At least for now. Stock market's booming, crypto's dumping. No, trust me, I know. I've been harping about that for months. I've been bitching about that for months. Trust me, I know that. I know all about that. Every day I come on here and I say, dude, crypto's not pumping. The stock market's pumping. What the hell? That's me every single day. So I am totally with you there. But we did just come down, and I think a lot of people had buy orders here at like 25 or 25K to like 25.2. A lot of buy orders in that zone, right in there. So we'll see. Let's see if we can get a nice bounce. We need to get back above 25.4. If we can get back above 25.4, I'm switching long. I'm switching long, and we can go on our merry way. if we get a little swing failure pattern in there, I'm going to switch long above 25.4. And we can go back up to the very, very moon together, boys. All right? But let's see Bitcoin do it. Let's see if Bitcoin got the strength to get back above 25.4. All right? So here's what we're going to need to do right now, fellas.
Rant alert.
If you are a bull out there, all right? Grab your swords and grab your shields. We aren't playing around right now. If you are a bull, screw the bears right now. Put them aside. Okay? Now, it's okay if you are a bear. But if you are a bull right now, this is when you need to saddle up. This is when you need to defend your position. So if you are a bull, this is that time, if any, that you need to get the swords and shields in the chat, and you need to fight for what you deserve, which is upside. You need to fight for what is right. And down is not right. We have been through enough pain in crypto. So if you are a bull, grab your horses, grab your saddles, hop on that horse, and let's ride into victory against these bears and get back above 25.4. Stop being a pussy. Nutsack up, and let's ride, boys. Now, we need some reinforcements. And the reinforcements that we need...
But I truly love your streams.
Oh, shout out to you. Hold on 1 second. Let's go. We need the freaking ride. But we need reinforcements. So let's grab the Asians. The Asians have sushi. And we will be super powered with them. Give me the swords and shields of the chat. See how many bulls there are. Let's see how many bulls there are in the chat. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's see how many bulls. We got one bull. There's only one bull. Incog's the only bull. That's just funny, man. Oh, we got two. We got two bulls. Incog and Robbie are the only bulls in the whole chat. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Shane's a bull. Shane's a bull. There he is. Oh, we got more bulls. There we go. Crypto Shock's a bull. Here we go. Let's go to the moon. Alright. Alright, so we got some hype and motivation for both sides. So we hyped up the bulls, we hyped up the bears, fingers down my spine, sushi down my throat, whatever you want. You know, I prefer the sushi down the throat. Sometimes the finger down my spine. Alright. Only by Maj, though. I only like the finger down my spine by Maj. And the sushi down my throat by myself. Because I love sushi. But let's see what we got cooking here. Bitcoin. Alright. So, we got the first little move up. Now, we need to see if this is going to end up being bullish. What we want to see is a little look down. So let's do a little Fibonacci here. Let's take the swing low to the swing high. And see if we get a little retracement in here. Are we going to get a little nice little higher low and a little bit of a bounce on that bitch? That's what we're going to see in here, boys. All right? So let's do a little Fibonacci. Let's actually take off the 0.5. What we want to see is a little nice little higher low and a move up in there. Let's see what Bitcoin's got in store for us. And if it does move lower, we look for the swing fail in there. We look for the little swing fail of these lows. Right? So we look for a bounce here or a swing fail of the low and a bounce if we are a nice little bull. If we are a nice little bull. That's what we're going to look for in there. Yo, but shout out to Magdi. Holy moly, coming in with a huge super chat. I appreciate you, man. You're not even into crypto, but I truly love your streams. You watch my streams, you're not even in crypto. What the how do you even watch my stream and you're not into crypto? Crypto was boring as shit. How do you even watch my stream and you're not even in crypto? That is a true homie. Holy shit. You're the absolute stud. Holy crap. That is absolutely amazing. I don't even know what to say. That's like the best compliment I ever had. Listen, I'm not even in crypto, but I enjoy your streams. Holy crap. And then we had Envy who said, dump it. Shout out to Envy, man. Listen, I know some of you guys want it to. It's hard to play both sides. You know what I mean? I mean, like, listen. I know some of you guys want it to go down. Some of you guys want it to go up. I think the best position you can be is kind of not really caring, right? Having a little bit of crypto, but also having some money on the sidelines to be able to buy if it goes lower. I think that's kind of the best position to be in. And we kind of just wait it out as we see if this is it for BTC. And BTC is going to bounce right back up. Or, you know, we need to, you know, the bears are going to kick us in the nuts for a little bit, right? Which is cool, man. I mean, it is what it is. Let's at least, right? I mean, at least if this happens, we're kind of going to let CZ kind of deplete some of his more of his BNB. You know what I mean? Like, we get to stress test that one a little bit, where like if we do dump and sort of nothing really happens with Binance, I mean, that's a good sign, right? So that's a nice little test, I guess, if you want to look at this glass full. Let's go back to BNB. 235 on BNB. Holding up in there. The level we got to watch it for this one is 220. 220 there on BNBizzle. But yeah, man, I mean, basically, this was basically this high, which is basically you swung fail that high and it was a dump. And this one also, this level here was actually the yearly open, right? So you basically swung fail the yearly open and came back down. So all in all, that was pretty ugly for Binance in there. But now, like, you're getting a little bounce. Like, it really going to come down to Bitcoin here. So let's just keep an eye on. Let's just keep an eye on the corn, chill out, and do our thing. What's Ethereum doing? Ethereum is at 1643 on Ethereum. So we are in that golden pocket for Ethereum. Will that hold? That remains to be seen. But we are breaking this high, which, you know, that was kind of like the huge level we did want to hold on Ethereum in there was definitely 1679 was definitely the level we wanted to hold in there for Ethereum. But we are breaking that to the downside. So let's see. All right, so let's keep an eye on Bitcoin. Let's see if we can get a nice little higher low on the 5 minute. And maybe we could get a little bit of a bounce back up to the upside. Let's see. Drew said, I've been in the market so long I don't care anymore. I agree, man. The most times that you care is when, like, you're either getting a massive dump or you're getting a massive pump. But even the massive dumps don't even really matter. You know? Like, it really is. I feel like if you've been in crypto for longer than, I feel like 2 years is when you start, like, just not giving a shit. I feel like that's when you start not giving a shit. If you've been in crypto for longer than 4 years, that's when you really just don't give a shit. And that's when you start going insane if it's boring. And you just literally start feeling like you're going insane. But I guess it kind of depends on when you got in crypto. Like, I think it depends on what you've been through in crypto. Like, if you got in crypto in 2022, this is probably nothing because you're kind of just used to the boring market. But if you got in like 2021 or 2020, and you've been through the massive pumps and then the massive dumps and then the massive pumps and the massive dumps, the boring action just gets to you, man. But, like, if you're used to this, it's like I said, it's nothing. What we got? Nola with the 5 memberships. And Magni won one of them. Let's go. Magni doesn't even like crypto. Let's go. That's awesome. So we had Trophy Husbands won. We had Watoshi won. We had AK won. We had Edward Webb Jr. And we had Gianni Hoddle won. Let's go, man. Shout out to the winners of that. Nola, you're the absolute stud, man.
We're going to the moon.
Random ones all the freaking time. You just come out with these random giveaways all the freaking time. You're a stud. You are a stud. We're all studs in here, man. We're all studs. No matter if you're a bull or a bear, we're all freaking studs. At the end of the day, we all have the same goal in here. And that is to, I think most of our goals in here is to make money in crypto. No, so we all have the same goals in here, no matter if we're a bear or a bull. We just go about it in different ways, right? The bears want it to go lower so they can buy lower. And the bulls already bought low or bought at some point and just want it to go higher, right? So at the end of the day, we eventually want it to go higher. It's just some of us want it to go lower first before going higher. So we all have the same goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love. It's all love. We like to banter sometimes, you know, like my favorite thing in the market lately is, I told you so, right? I told you so. We all do it though. We're all guilty of it. You know? It's like, I told you so. Let's see. Did I just get another membership? I feel like Trophy Husband's Award. I feel like you've won like 3 times, man. Which is cool. You gotta win all the time. You know? Keep winning it, dude. Keep freaking winning it, man. What we got? Studs! The stud muffins are in the chat. All right, let's go back to total 3. Man, we are flirting with this bad boy. We are flirting with that level, bad boy. I almost have deja vu with flirting with a level on total 3 minus USDT minus USDC. It's like deja vu in here. Right there, man. Let's see. Here for me. Appreciate you, man. You just here for me. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, man. Listen, it's I say, you know, when you know, it's funny is because like depending on when you got in crypto, it's like a lot of people just have the expectation like you're gonna come in this space and you're just gonna be freaking making money like a freaking wazoo. You're gonna be coming in here and in 3 months you're gonna be buying a Lambo. But what they don't tell you, okay? And I've been through this before in the last bear market. This one's worse though. I don't care what anyone says. This one's worse than the last one. And maybe it's because I've already been through one, so it's like, oh, here we go. But to get to the good part, this part sucks. This part sucks. This part sucks, right? And I think we can all sort of agree on that. But at the end of the day, it sucks. But we got to come back to reality sometimes, right? And we all kind of knew, right? No matter what price action we did, right? So no matter what, if we thought it was going to come up here first and come back down, or if it's just going to chop in here for a while, whatever. We all kind of knew that this year, I mean, unless like you're a super moon boy and you're calling for all-time highs this year, which I don't think we were ever going to all-time highs this year. Don't get me wrong. We kind of knew this year was not going to be what we wanted, aka all our altcoins going up 50x. We kind of knew that, right? So we got to come back to reality sometimes. And yes, the short-term time frames suck, and yes, we kind of just chop in, and it's kind of like that. But we knew that, right? Sometimes we get impatient and we like to say, shit, man, why aren't my altcoins mooning 50x right now? Sometimes it's good to remind ourselves that at this part of the cycle, that never happens. So why are we getting disappointed that nothing's happening? And when that's literally what we should have been expecting the whole time, right? So I think sometimes it's good to remind that, where usually we don't even really see. Like normally Bitcoin does well in this year of the cycle, which it has so far. But usually the altcoins don't do well until post-halving, right? Typically. It doesn't mean this time's going to be the same, but typically the altcoins don't do well till post-halving. And especially until Bitcoin starts getting on the news, like, oh, Bitcoin's at its all-time highs, and then retail comes in and goes, oh, I'm not going to buy Bitcoin, I'm going to buy the altcoin because it's cheaper, and that's when altcoins start going to the moon, right? But we knew that already. So, you know, and I'm guilty of that too, of being like, bro, why aren't we doing anything when we know that's typically what happens, right? So it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder at the end of the day. Okay. It's a good reminder, man. GBC said, I didn't know we was going to have a terrible year. Well, something that we've been talking about is Bitcoin usually has a good year in this year, but altcoins typically don't, you know? And so it's like that's something that we kind of, you know, knew. And there's been a few times where altcoins have done some well, but the thing about the altcoins is they're going to have some good weeks in there, but then they're going to have horrible weeks so basically the chart just looks like it's going sideways, right? It's like they'll be going up and then down, up and then down, where it's not going to be like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's in an uptrend, right? Where it's like making higher lows and higher highs. Then you go to the altcoin charts and they're just kind of either in a sideways period or actually making lower highs and lower lows. But eventually, that kind of switches. Switches eventually. You know? Let's see. Terrence said by this time next month we'll be at 38K. Let's get it, man. I would not doubt it. Listen, it's you know, sometimes I can be a Debbie Downer. I can be, which is sometimes it's justified, right? But also, I've been in this space and I've seen Bitcoin do crazy things, and this is actually the year where, like we said, Bitcoin usually goes up to these retracement levels during this part of the cycle, you know? So that's still a thought process of mine. My only question is, and the only part I have worries with right now is why is Bitcoin going down and stocks going up when typically that does not happen unless something bad is going on behind the scenes. That's my only worry right now. And so far it's been kind of justified. Doesn't mean it will continue to be justified. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin's at 38K next month. Nope. I would not be surprised. Not at all. Tyler said, hey, I just arrived. Tyler, you always do that, man. He's like, hey, I arrived and 2 hours late. Can you do a quick little recap on what happened during the stream? And Tyler, I love you, man, but I'm going to say,
Nope.
you can hit that rewind button. You can hit the rewind button. You know what I mean? Like, let's see. Judge said, Jordan, don't ignore the feet request. Oh, you want my foot? I don't know if you guys want to see my foot, guys. I don't know if you want to see my foot. One, I'm told my foot is very, very small. Number one. Two, kind of stinks, so I don't really want to put it up. Three, you know, you guys just don't want to see my foot, okay? You don't want to see it, man, okay? Even though I think my feet are pretty nice. They're small, but they're nice. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, he said this year sucks, but I didn't picture it being this boring. This year, I would say for Bitcoin, it has been boring, right? So like Bitcoin price has gone up, but if you actually look at it, it's really only been like 3 weeks of pump, and then everything else is sideways. Like look at the chart, right? For this, it was basically 1 week. It was basically 2 weeks of big pump, and then 2 months of sideways. And then here it was basically 2 months of pump, and then all sideways / slow bleed, you know? So it's like 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 weeks, 4 months. So it has been pretty boring. It definitely has. Other than like a very few selects of weeks, you know? All right, Bitcoin is finding a little bit of weakness in here, but like we said, we usually come back down for that low. So I'm waiting to see Bitcoin have that spike low in here so it can kind of create that double low. Whether it makes a higher low or it sweeps the lows, that remains to be seen. But I am looking for that second spike to the low in here to see if Bitcoin's going to hold. For me, if you just come into the stream now, I'm looking for a Bitcoin long only if we reclaim 25.4. If we get back above 25.4, I'm going to switch long. As long as we stay below 25.4, I'm going to sit in my BNB short. As long as this thing doesn't start to move. Yeah, I'm staying in the short unless Bitcoin gets back above 25.4. And then if Bitcoin gets back above 25.4, I'll actually close the BNB short and then go long on Bitcoin. At least that's my plan. Depending if I'm on the computer at the time or not. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Do the stinky leg. Do the stanky leg. Do the stinky leg. Stank. Do the stinky leg. Who we got? Who's in the chat? Let me see all the lurkers in the chat, man. If you're a lurker, let me know in the chat. I want to see some names I haven't seen in a while. And I know there's a lot of names out there who haven't been chatting lately. That's cool. I want to see some lurkers, man. Today, there's probably going to be some lurkers in the chat, which is cool. I love my lurkers. You guys are watching too. I know everyone doesn't like to be in the chat. Listen, I watch live streams a lot, and I'm barely in the chat. Sometimes I'll say something, right? But I am barely in the chat when I watch live streams. I totally understand, man. I totally understand. But let me know if you're lurking out there. And if you are lurking, we're having some fun on this day. All right, we're having some fun. A lot of red, but we're having as much fun as we can. All right. Let's go. We got Brandon Dean who's lurking. David who's lurking. Look at all the lurkers. Look at all the lurkers. Teju's a lurker. Teju said, are you sure that your feet are your only small body part? No. I have many small body parts, but it's not about the size. It's about how you use it. That's at least what they say. Dun-dun, dun-dun. New to the chat. Shout out to David O'Brien. He's new. Alex balls a banana. Nice. He's always lurking. Skillful's dancing. Hey, this is a horrible after party. I should have changed the name to like after funeral. I'm not a lurker. Nice. Can we check on ARB? We can. Jordan's gone stripping. Arbitrum. Song's almost done, guys. Actually, we'll stop it now. Because I know it's loud. Arbitrum. Yeah, so Arbitrum, we kind of swung failed this low, but let me see some strength on Bitcoin first. Like I said, so I use the Bitcoin chart to see if I want to get into like an altcoin trade or whatever, right? So, okay, so Arbitrum, if this was the Bitcoin chart, I'd be like, yeah, man, this is probably a nice little long here. But the issue is, I think Bitcoin's going to spike in here, right? In here one more time, if it's going to still bounce, because like this, and Bitcoin could just do this, bounce, and then go right back up, right? But that would mean ARB would probably get one more little spike down in here. But this is actually, why do I have this line on Arbitrum in here? Oh, I had this like little falling wedge that I was looking at back in the day. We actually bounced right off the bottom of it again, at least for now. But yeah, we had this falling wedge in here on Arbitrum. That was like this. We actually got one bounce, two bounces, three bounces. Now we bounced the fourth time right here. Oh, let me get rid of the chat. Before you guys put some stuff in there. You guys are funny, man. But yeah, we got a nice little fourth bounce in there in Arbitrum. The question is that going to hold? It's going to hold it. Bitcoin's going to get a nice little scoopy loop back to the upside in here. It's just, you guys know, my issue with alts is not that I don't want them to bounce. It's that I want to see the strength on the altcoins. I don't want to be catching the falling knife as per se, right? That's like the one thing I always don't FOMO, and then to the downside, don't catch a falling knife unless it's at like a nice, beautiful horizontal support that's like held like 3 times, you know? And right now you're kind of in no man's land in here in Arbitrum. You do have this little like downward sloping support, but it's kind of in no man's land. So, but like if this one can start getting a little bounce in here and Bitcoin can kind of come back up and reclaim back above 25.4, nice. Then we can start talking and saying, okay, this might be a low for ARB. And then we might have the classic little, you know, kind of like we've been talking about with Chainlink or whatever, is that classic little Wyckoff in here where you get, you know, yeah, this one's a little bit sketch, but this one's not really a Wyckoff. It's because it's a new coin, so it doesn't have the same structure as the other ones. But yeah, it's I need to show me a little bit of strength in here, right? Not that necessarily has to break out, but show me a little bit of strength in here and get me a little bit more confidence before I want to throw money in the inevitable falling knife, which we hope doesn't continue to fall into a falling knife, but it is what it is. Let's see. Can we talk about anything, just not the Bud Light topic? Who's talking about the Bud Light topic? We will not be talking about it on here. We are not a political channel. At least we tend not to be a political channel. Unless we're talking about Vitalik Shalong. All right? Because how can you not be political when you talk about Vitalik Shalong? Vitalik for president. Okay? Let's see. Can you look at Algo? You can take a quick peek. I'm not going to spend too much time on these because they all look the same. They all look the exact same. But we'll take a quick peek. Algo's at the low. Algo is literally at its all-time low. You know? Algo has just gotten killed by multiple different things. You have founders selling off coins. You just got a ridiculous supply. You got being attacked by the SEC. This one is the definition of a falling knife. Okay? This is like, Algo is the definition. Like if you had to describe a chart of a falling knife to me, okay, this would be the falling knife, right? Where you got basically the handle of the knife and then you just got the massive knife in here, right? And it's up to you to decide, when are you catching this falling knife, okay? Or, right, risk reward, is it better to just wait to see some strength, maybe some strength on Bitcoin or some strength on this before you get into it, instead of just saying, hey, it's here. You've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 straight red weeks on this, right? For me, I'd just rather wait for some strength on this bad boy. But I also get where you're coming from, and I know, because you hear a lot of people say, well, it's at support. Why am I not going to buy this? You got to think about context too. Context is important when it comes to this as well. And the context right now is a little bit different. But you would say, yeah, okay, you're at all-time low. Why not take a stab? You could do that. And I know a lot of people that are, just you're gonna go in there and you're gonna swing the ball sack right at the low. You're gonna take that big ball sack, you're gonna put it right on the table, and you say, you know what? I'm going all in on Algo at the all-time low. Go for it, man. Go for it. For me, I guess I'd rather buy 10% higher and see some strength in there before buying it here. For me personally, I wouldn't mind buying it at 12 cents versus buying it here, and if it breaks this, you're just getting sent back to the shadow realm. It is what it is, though. The floppy eggplant pattern. What's the floppy eggplant pattern? Oh man, let's see. Vitalik's my guy. He's hung like a donkey. I don't know, man. I feel like that picture might be photoshopped or something. Because how come you can't see a schlong in any other picture? How come that's the only picture where you can see his giant schlong? How come you can't see his giant schlong in any other? Because he seems like he wears like the same kind of outfits. He wears like the unicorn shirts and like the jeans, right? So you should always see a schlong. How come you only see a schlong is there unless he was just horny? I don't know. Maybe he was horny that day for some reason. Maybe he saw a unicorn and he was like, damn, and he was horny. I don't know. But I should be able to see Vitalik schlong in every single picture if his schlong was that big. You know what I mean? Because look at him. Only this... I mean, this guy deserves a big schlong. Like shit. Look at him. Look at him, man. He created the greatest cryptocurrency. He picks his nose and puts it on the wall. Look at him. Look at him. With his hair in the back sticking up. Sometimes my hair does that too. It's like probably the only thing me and Vitalik have in common. Look at that. He puts it on the wall. Look at that. He's usually fast. He never gets used to it. Yeah, I guess not. He's mining Ethereum. No, he said proof of pick. Ethereum is not proof of stake or proof of work anymore. It's proof of pick. A.K.A. Vitalik picking his nose. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Well, I can't get off because I mean I'm gonna get off and then Bitcoin's gonna freaking do something crazy here. This is the most I have to stay on because this is the most action that we've seen for Bitcoin in months. Like this is like a candy of a baby right now. I feel like a little baby. I feel like it's my birthday right now. I really do. And I know the price is going down, but I still feel like a baby because we have some price action, man. You know, we have some price action. Even though we're breaking the wedge to the downside, I guess there's always a chance, right? There's a 31% chance you break these to the downside. I guess it's going to be that 31% chance, unless we can get a pump by the end of the day today. But, yeah. Let me go back to our good friend BNB. Let's go back to the 4 hour on the little BNB. Actually, let's go to the 1 hour. Let's just kind of hang out on this bad boy as it seems to be holding up at the support, at least for a little bit. Let's see. Am I going to buy XRP now? Let me go take a look at the chart. Let me see where I'd want to buy it. Okay. Let me see where I'd want to buy it. XRP. Let's see where we're at on this bad boy. All right. So, if I could buy it at this trend line. I always get kind of picky, right? You have to be picky with altcoins, though. That's the thing. A lot of people are like, you're being greedy. You got to be greedy with the altcoins, man, because they're so volatile. If you buy even a little bit higher than support, the difference between that support and the low can be like 20%. So you got to be a little greedy on these bad boys. So for me, okay, maybe if XRP comes back to this support here, where it's just like kind of this upward sloping support level, and it can come back and kind of tap right here, back down to like 44 cents, count me in, man. But I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to be greedy, okay? I am going to be greedy. All you guys were telling me to buy XRP right here. And I said I am not FOMOing into XRP. And I'm glad that I did not do it. I'm glad I didn't do it. So I will think about buying some here, depending on what Bitcoin is looking like. And I always look at Bitcoin first. And if I think Bitcoin's at a good level, then I say, okay, maybe I'll be interested in buying this altcoin. But if Bitcoin's looking like shit, I ain't going to buy any altcoin. Because I know if Bitcoin looks like shit, it doesn't matter how bullish an altcoin looks. It's going to look like shit too. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, unfortunately. I hope it's not like that someday. Let's see. It's kind of stealing Satoshis from a baby. Is it? Might. 2 minutes of Jordan talking himself out of buying XRP. Oh man. But for me, it's like right now, right? Okay, XRP came down, but I'm still not really that confident on Bitcoin right here. You know, like I know we got a little bit of bounce off 25.8, but let's excuse me, man, I'm burping up a storm. Let's wait to see the second stripe lower, because if this second stripe lower can't hold, well...
When six-pack.
When six-pack? The only six-pack we're having is a six-pack of Mike's Hard tonight. That's the only thing we're having. Six-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade with no sugar. It's got to be the no sugar one, because we got to cut out the sugar. I'm the type of guy who says, you know what? I'm not eating any sugar. And then the next day I eat a whole box of cookies. I'm eating no sugar. I'm being healthy. And then the next day you find me eating 4 Hot Pockets. Pretty much how it is. Pretend to get off? Should I pretend to get off? It doesn't count if I'm saying pretend to get off. Because if I pretend to get off, then you know it's not actually going to work. You know? Frank said, okay, we're back from snack break. Sit down. Frank, you crack me up, man. You crack me up, man. Frank, I need to see you. Frank, I need to see you someday, right? I need to see Frank someday, man. Shout out to Nola. All right, we're kind of just chilling, waiting to see the second leg down for Bitcoin here. As we're expecting it to come back to these retracement levels down here, as it usually hits the low twice before getting a bounce. So we'll see if it can get a bounce in here as we come back down to test these lows again. Rub your chest. There you go, Judge. We're rubbing my chest. Frank is the man. Frank is the man, man. Frank is the man. He's always in here in the chat, hyping up people in the chat. Frank is the man, dude. Boot said Vegas 2025. Let's do it, man. 2025. I imagine it. Huh? What? 2025. Masha, that's so depressing. 2025. That's the state of everyone. Oh man. But we knew that was what it was gonna be at the end of the day. It's cause no Santa hat? Bro, the Santa hat. I mean, listen. The thing with the Santa hat is this, okay? It's for Bitcoin. It's not for altcoins. Bitcoin has not made a lower low yet. Okay, that's the whole thing with the Santa Claus hat. So, you know, at the moment, right? You know, we're getting all pissed off and flipping off Bitcoin. At the moment, it's still an uptrend, man. Higher time frames. We're not. I mean, short-term time frames clearly in a downtrend, but high time frames, it's low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So unless really we come down and we take out 19.6, anything down to 19.6 is still a higher low, and Bitcoin's still in an uptrend. I know that's not the most positive thing. You're like, so John, we can go down to 21K? That's horrible. I mean, yeah, it can. And if it does, you're still technically in an uptrend, even if it goes down to like 20K, technically speaking. Would be fun, but you technically still are. You know what I mean? Let's keep an eye on the corn, though. Peter said you were invited over for dinner by the family. By the whole family, huh? Man. Do any of you guys watch the stream with like your whole family? You just hang out, you kick back, you put me up on the big screen, and you watch me with your kids, even though sometimes I say some skeptical things. You probably shouldn't have your kids watch my stream. I know some of them like it. Probably like the Vitalik happy and clappy, you know? I wonder what Vitalik's doing right now. I wonder what he does on days like this. I hope he doesn't care. He probably doesn't give two shits. Look at him. This is probably what he's doing right now. Look at him. Hey, it worked. We got a little bounce on that. I'll take that all day. We watch you in 3D. My cat and I watch. My son watches someone's... Drunk Bear, you just die after you didn't even finish the message, man. You just die? Did you just die? Drunk Bear said, my cat and I watch. My son watches someone's and just stops. He died. Oh, he meant to say sometimes. Let's see. Relax. Just building a strong base. Let's go, man. I'm down to build strong bases. I'm down. I am down to build a strong base. Let's come down here again and build this strong base. And then we can do it. Maybe we don't even have to go down there again. We'll see. But typically, you do come down for that second low. Typically speaking. Not always, though. You know, we can't always get what we want. Maddox holding strong. I can make a joke. But I'm not going to. Let's see. Holding strong. That's the best meme in crypto. When you see a chart like this and you're like, it's holding strong. Look at how strong this is. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite memes. I love the meme with the bull who like it's like a huge downtrend and it's one little green candle and he's like, that's literally right now on this. It's like that one green candle pops up after months of just down. You're like, that's my favorite meme. But yeah, I guess it is. I mean, okay, is it holding up good? I mean, let's keep it real. No, but I guess compared to everything else, I guess it is. It's still this wick. The problem with the alts is they got these damn wicks. You know? They got these damn wicks. And I can't find another wick on on this chart where it was left and didn't get taken again. Except this one. You know? But that's okay, because like, okay, this could be a low. We could come down. Right? We can do a little fib retracement in here maybe. Come back down, make a higher low. Boom. And then there you go. You got sort of your higher low structure, and maybe we can make our way back up from there. You know? But that's what we got. That's my wallpaper now. Yeah, for today, Larry. For today. Shouldn't the wicks be good? Yeah, wicks are good. Wicks are good. Wicks aren't bad. Wicks mean that get a lot of people buying in here. But typically what happens is, since you got a lot of people buying in here, there's a lot of longs that open right here that are just sitting in comfy, right? And the market maker does not like to allow traders to be sitting in comfy 150x longs. They like to come and take that money from them. So what do? They know there's a lot of liquidity in this wick. Right? There's a lot of longs sitting in here comfy, thinking that they're going to ride this up to new all-time highs with their 10, 20, 50x longs in here. So what do they typically do? They come down, make them close their longs, use those longs closing out as their liquidity, and then they bring the price back up, opening their longs while these longs close, right? And then retail shorts, and then they can basically open their longs and then bring the price back up. You know, they don't like to allow the retail trader to win. So they're going to take them out and use their trades as their own trades and kind of go in their merry way, right? So yes, wicks are good. It shows that there's strength. But with that strength comes opportunity for the whale to come snag some of that liquidity down there, you know? Let's see. We stream it at 7 p.m. We need another show. Bro, it's... yeah, we're going to end this one, and we're just going to start a fresh one at 7 o'clock. Sound like a deal? I think that sounds like a deal. You know what I mean? Jordan, your drawings look like something from a high school sex ed class. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. My health teacher, okay, I'm going to call it the health teacher. Because back in the days, it wasn't allowed to be called a sex ed class. It was called a health class, okay? Okay, it was called a health class, and we put a condom on a pickle, okay? But basically, what was I saying? I forget. I'm going to take that as a compliment, though. Because not everyone can draw things good, you know? I'm a terrible drawer in real life. But if I can draw good things on TradingView, hey, I'll take it all day. All right, guys. Well, we've been live for 2.5 hours. Shit, it's been a long time. We've been chilling here for 2.5 hours. Holy guacamole! I feel like I've been on here for like an hour. It's 36 o'clock. Damn. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. At least we saw a little bit of movement. That was cool. That was cool. Like I said, that was the most exciting thing I've seen in crypto in months. Because unfortunately, I was sleeping during that last altcoin dump that happened overnight. I was sleeping. So like live, this is the best movement I've seen in months. This is like a kid in a candy store in here. Real stay. I want to stay on because I know Bitcoin's gonna come for this second move down, so I'm hoping to catch this here. But I think it might troll me for a little bit in here. Like it typically does troll me, as you guys know. And then as soon as I get off, it's gonna go rent or rent. One of the two. Sydney open. Oh yeah, we got 6 o'clock. Josh said, Jordan, you look tired. Get some rest. Don't tell me I look tired, man. Don't tell me I look tired. It's never good when someone says, you know, hey, man, you look tired, bro. That's never good. That is never a good thing to be said. Hey, Jordan, you look tired, bro. You should be like, Jordan, you look so awake right now. You look like you had 10 cups of coffee. That would be the real thing to say, you know. But shout out to everyone in the stream. Let's go, baby. We got some things going on in the market now. We got some more opportunities in the market. I know a lot of you guys were looking for better opportunities in the market, and we got some good opportunities. Bitcoin down to 24.8. If you bought some BTC, let me know in the chat. We got altcoins, a lot of them breaking to new lows. We got some more opportunities if you guys are interested in that. I'm waiting for a little strength on the altcoins, but I know a lot of you guys are complete degens, and we're looking for some of those big moves down on the altcoins. Some of you guys got some fantastic levels if you were interested in those. Ethereum got to move down to 1,600. Could have picked up some ETH there too. We'll see what happens in there for Ethereum. But I know a lot of you guys were begging, pleading for lower prices. Well, here we go. Here we go, man. This is it. We're getting the lower prices. We got total 3. You're actually getting a little bit of a bounce off that support. That's not too bad. No, Pratish, I wear no underwear. I'm not even wearing pants on the stream. You think I'm wearing pants? You're crazy. I have enough faith and enough trust with you guys to be streaming with no pants on right now. Okay? I've been doing this for almost 2.5 years at this point. You really think I still wear pants? Come on, man. Get out of here. 2.5 years of this shit, I don't wear pants. And soon I'm just not going to wear a shirt. Okay? It's going to be weird at that point. I'm just not going to wear any shirt because, to be honest, I trust you guys enough to not report me to YouTube for not wearing pants. So that's about where we're at with that. Just hope and plead that I do not stand up one day without pants. No, like I said. But shout out to Pratish, though. Shout out to Pratish. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off because it looks like I just know how it is. Bitcoin's gonna stay right here. I'm gonna press that undo live button, and then Bitcoin's gonna make its nice little move. Shout out to you guys being here, though. Nice long stream today. We finally got some movement. I thought we were gonna get trolled for a little bit at the beginning of the stream. I was like, bro, are we really just gonna stay here again? But finally, we broke the freaking cage. So let's get it. Let's hope that's listen, sometimes these big moves down can be the big liquidity grabs before we actually have enough room to boost to the upside. Sometimes we just need to get out of the range to find some new buyers, right? So is this enough buyers here to bring Bitcoin back up, or do we need to continue lower? Is there still some shady stuff going on behind the scenes? We'll find out. But hopefully we start catching up to that stock market because that would be where it would be freaking fun. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out. Catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be live for the members at 8:30. Catch everyone else at 7 because there isn't really anything going on tomorrow. So peace out, guys. Later.